Hey, welcome back to the program, Total Financial Solutions, special candidate forum for City Council. I'm Arif Halaby, joined by Mr. Mark Murphy, and we have our first guest of the morning, Mr. Paul Wieczorek. Paul, you're running for City Council, pretty exciting. Have you ever run for public office before?
No, I haven't, Arif. This is very exciting for me. Last few months have been very good to me.
It's a different world, isn't it, when you run for City Council? Because so many people don't realize that it pretty much consumes you whenever you're running for election, it looks like.
That's totally true. But like I said, I've enjoyed every minute of it. I think everybody should take a chance on doing this.
So you have a coaching background as well. Tell me about
Yes,
the
I do.
coaching background. Were you coaching what grades?
Well, actually, it was Little League back
Okay.
in the 70s. I coached at Tahunga Little League. I started when I was 14 years old. I loved to coach. And I got into coaching a junior high school for a year. That was great. And I ended up over here at Hart with my two boys, and I did 14 years at the Hart Complex.
Nice. Well, my kids have played there, and that is an entire culture in itself, it seems.
Yes, it is, yeah.
So, Paul, we have a few questions for you just to kind of find out a little bit about you. We brought up a few of them in the first segment of the show. Tell us, in your life through coaching, and you've had a career before. Let's bring that up, I guess, a little bit. Tell us about your career.
Well, my career is 30 years in government. I've worked for the Postal Service as a supervisor and a carrier. I've had to manage budgets as a supervisor. I've run stations, multi-million-dollar contracts. So I'm very good with money. So
Nice. Okay. So tell me about the toughest decision you've ever had to make, either as a supervisor, maybe even in coaching, but when your life somewhere, the toughest decision that you thought, boy, there's two right answers to this, and then what did you use to make that decision?
I would say the biggest one would be firing an employee. That's never an easy task. There's no right or wrong with that. It's just can you do the job well enough to help us out? And I found out that I just had to fire the person.
Yeah.
So it was really tough.
That is tough. You're affecting someone's life, yeah.
It always is. We used to talk about the notches on the belt or the notches on the gut. It gets tough.
Yes.
So you've had a lot of experience working with kids. Talk to us about that. Why? Why would you work with young kids?
You know what? I've always loved baseball. I was never good enough, to be in the pros, but I was one of those that they gave 110%, and I loved playing. And my younger brothers were playing in Little League, and I decided I wanted to help them. And it just snowballed into taking over a team because when you see little kids that they're always short on coaches.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think a lot of it has to do with people that didn't have the time, and it sounds like you made the time to serve others. That's important. Paul, in your career, you've had an example of service. I like that. But what is the biggest experience in your life? The experience, not so much the quality, but the experience in your life that says, I can do this job as a city council person.
That's a great question. I would go back to being a supervisor, working with people, having people work under me, supervising them, running a budget, being able to come in, with the budget on time and under budget. It's just been a long road with doing that. But I would say that's my number one.
What is the biggest quality you look for in somebody that works for you? If you're hiring a right-hand person, that person's job is to come and serve you. What are you thinking as a leader, as somebody who walks in and says, this is the qualities I'm looking for in that assistant? I don't know the right word, but an assistant, somebody who's another manager for you.
Well, it's always good to have somebody smarter than you on your staff.
I like that.
I always look to somebody that knows more than me. Obviously, they could actually take my job someday, but you know what? You can never have enough smart people working under you.
Yeah.
I have a question. You've worked obviously in sports. Have you been involved at any level, neighborhood, community, maybe even with the baseball? working with other volunteers at a leadership level, a committee, something in there where you have to work compromise, but you can't tell them what to do?
Well, actually, I would say the biggest one was being on the board of directors for the baseball, and that
over
seems
at
to
Hart?
get as political.
That's a political position.
Yes, yes, that gets very political.
That's at Hart.
That was at Hart and
Yeah.
and through the Little League. Yes.
My goodness. Talk about having to wear your chest plate if you were an umpire and your hat. That's a tough go there. Everybody's very passionate. Why are people, and why are you passionate about sports? What does sports bring out in people that tends to attract you? What is that all about?
Yeah, all I can say is my own personal beliefs is I just love it to death. I mean, I would play baseball until I die if I could. It was just something that is inside of me. I'm one of 9 siblings.
Holy moly.
I've got 5 other brothers that have all played baseball. Naturally, all 5 of them were better than me, so it made me try harder.
Yep.
And I'm the only left-hander in the group, so I had to start out with a right-handed glove on the wrong hand.
Did they try to get you to pitch?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, I knew it.
Yes, that brought some tears to my eyes trying to pitch one time.
Yeah, I have
that was
a
not
nephew.
easy.
I have a nephew that's left-handed, and like,
Can I ask you a question about education experience? Whether it's been involved at the college level, the high school level, other courses, what kind of background do you have?
I would say my background is basically in mathematics.
Okay. Uh-huh.
I took a little bit of computer back in the old days when the computers
Right.
were dinosaurs, not like they are today. So I'd say my biggest background is mathematics. I always got A's going through school,
Cool.
I'm very good with figures.
The background of a city council person is often the decisions that they make. They're not out there filling potholes, generally. They're not out doing things that are the hands-on physical thing as much as they are making the decisions of the people that are doing that. Whether that's the hiring decisions, whether that's the policy decisions. What is the one policy or decision that you would make week 1 as a city council person?
Well, week 1, definitely you want to get started with something that you can actually get done. And you brought up a great one: potholes, sidewalks. I work outside every day. I see the problems, especially, unfortunately, in Canyon Country more. Sidewalks are not being fixed right. I want to get in there. I want to take the cause out. If it's a tree, take the tree out. Put a smaller tree in. But fix the sidewalks. Stop putting asphalt on the sidewalks. I don't understand that part of it.
Oh, you mean that repair thing?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
what a joke.
The Band-Aid.
Yeah. Folks, we're joined by Paul Wieczorek for City Council, candidate for your City Council here in Santa Clarita. Anytime you want to follow us, you can go to scvtv.com or go to hometownstation.com, click on Total Financial Solutions. That's us. You can listen live right now. If you're going from your car to your office, go ahead and stream Listen Live. When we come back, we're going to continue. Thanks for joining us, Paul.
Thank you very much, Aaron.
Pretty quick, huh?
Yes, it was.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us. We'll continue in just a minute with your place for news, talk, and information. Total Financial Solutions candidate forum on your place for news, talk, information on City of Santa Clarita's candidate forum. Your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS.